Good afternoon, family, friends, colleagues. My name is Alan Mann, known as Original DJ Chucky. I was born on the island of Dominica in the West Indies. It's a beautiful island. They call it the nature island of the Caribbean. Well, my short introduction is not about much of my country, but about myself. Back in 2001, I got ill, real sick, where I started getting pains in my shoulder. That's the first place I started having it, where I couldn't move my shoulder, where it gets stiff, it got inflamed, where it's red, and where it's swollen a lot with high temperatures. But over the years, from 2001, the pain started to grow. Sometimes it will be on my right shoulder, to be on my left shoulder, and then it will alter. And then I start getting pains in my hands, where my hands will get so painful, where the muscle will lock, where it won't able to close like this. It will stay in this form, both of them. One at a time, though, they will alter, where I cannot open the hand like this and I cannot close it like that. It will just remain like this, and then you will literally see swellings, little, red blotches on that side of my hands. Sometimes on that part of the thumb, when it swell, it it will have a temperature. By the way, please like, subscribe, tag these videos to your friend. Please tag this video to your friend and subscribe to my YouTube channel. As you can see, I call it Alan Chucky Man Skills and DUI, or DUI and Skills. Okay, so back to my dilemma with the problem that I was having. So I went to a doctor, and then he said that he didn't know what I have, because he did not do any blood tests or anything, no blood work. But he still sent me to therapy. So it had a time where my whole arm here, I think in 2004, not 2014, 2002, where my whole arm was stiff, swollen, my elbow, everything. So he sent me to get to another doctor, and then this doctor started giving me cortisone shots in my shoulder, which I do for 3 years. And after that, back in 2000, 2006, I started seeing a rheumatologist. I went to a doctor, and he sent me to a rheumatologist. And then he did the blood work, and he said, "Oh, you got rheumatoid arthritis." Then he started me on some medication. He started me on uh, what's the name, Zelgen, and prednisone. That was one of the worst thing that ever happened. With that prednisone came problems with my weights. I balloon up to a higher weight, where my weight won't stop. Then my blood pressure went up. It won't want to go down. Then my sugar gone up. right? So now the doctor had to prescribe me more meds beside the Zelgen and the prednisone. Now he had to put me on medication for blood pressure and medication for diabetes. As you know, the medications such as meloxicam and uh, um, lisinopril. Okay, so back to that story with the rheumatologist, the doctor that told me that I got rheumatoid arthritis. So I see him for a couple of years, and then things got bad. I lost my job. That was in 2006, and I didn't see another rheumatologist for the next, um, I think, 8 years. I would say 6 and 8. 6 and 8 is 14. 2013 was when I see another doctor. So all this time between 2006 and 2013, I had pains where my feet got swollen with, inflamed with high temperature, and up to today my feet is deformed, my elbows are deformed, my hands, praise the Lord, praise to the Creator. I did not get my joints did not get affected. I don't know, because I was overweight, real overweight at the time. It did not affect me. But the worst thing happened, right? My bones start to get inflammation in between. So right now, this one started in 2010, right? And then this is how it came, where this bone in my arm right there, literally, you know, get a big space in between there. And where it's connected right there, it literally moved. So now, whenever I turn my hand, I cannot do this like that. You see how I turn this one? Okay? That's the furthest I can reach with this hand. So, not too long ago, like about maybe 2019, 2020, this one start doing the same thing, where it literally moving out of place, because you can literally sink it back down. You see how it's moving in? It goes down. I think I need to do it like this for you. All right? The whole thing goes down, right? But you can't keep a good guy down. I, you know, pick up myself, and I do what I had to do, you know. But there is one thing that kept me going, was my newborn baby that my wife and I had in 2007, September 2007. And she became the inspiration of me trying to get better. So I couldn't walk. I had to use a walker to walk. They wanted to give me crutches, but I couldn't hold the crutches because my arms were not good. They was not working the way they should have. So I I went to this doctor between 2013 to 2020. Yeah, 2020. I saw this rheumatologist, which helped me a lot. But he put me on the same medications that the previous doctor gave me, except one, the Zelgen. I was no longer on Zelgen. He put me on Enbrel, a cocktail of medication. He put me on Enbrel. He put me on prednisone as well. Though I begged him, don't put me on prednisone. He said, oh no, you gotta take prednisone. But if a car is not broken, you cannot fix it. And when a car is not broken, a mechanic cannot make money. And that goes for the doctors as well. So he put me on these cocktails of medication. He put me on Enbrel. He put me on methotrexate. He put me on Plaquenil. That's one of the names for it, but it's called hydrochloroquine. He put me on Meloxicam. He put me on Avastatin. He put me on Lisinopril. He put me on what's the other one name? Oh, for your sugar. Look, I forget the name. If I remember it, I probably said it in the beginning of the video. So he put me on these cocktails of medication, and then I had to do more blood work again. Where sometimes when I do blood work, they will take out like 13. The vials they do take from you. I had 13 of them. The phlebotomist had, or the lab tech had 13 bottles lined up, and I had to do that every 3 months. Every 3 months I had to do blood work. Okay? But anyway, there's a good creator above, and he's looking down on me. And to make that story, a little shorter. So recently, actually last year October, I haven't met the gentleman yet, but he spoke to me about, his problem that he used to have with his sugar, his blood pressure, and his cholesterol. And sometimes he said he could not even walk. He was so obese. He's tall, but then he was extremely huge, he said to me. So he said, you know what? He spoke with someone and they put him on, this trend. I shouldn't say trend. I use the term journey because I do not like to use the word diet, because diet sound like, have you died yet? Like you going to your grave. And that word is very depressing. The word diet is depressing, and it's like a heavy load. So I use the word journey. So I control what I eat, and I select the foods that I eat. So he told me, you know what, you need to start doing a detox for about a month with fruits only. Then he specified the fruits for me. He said only dark fruits, such as berries, blueberry, blackberry, raspberry. Remember, no strawberry, no banana. Okay, no strawberry, no banana. So black grapes with seeds, and other dark fruits that you can come across. So I have been doing that, and he also said to me I could use watermelon, all the melon families, such as cucumbers, honeydew melon, cantaloupe, watermelon itself, and any kind of any kind of melon you can find. So he told me about doing this. So he said I can't mix the melon with the berries. All right, so the melon by itself has to be a meal. So I start doing a transition um, after Thanksgiving. I waited for Thanksgiving. So I started 1 day a week, and then I went 2 days a week, and then I lengthened it to 4 days a week where I eat only fruits. Okay, so I transition myself where it fades out, like when you play music in a disco, in a club, you have the DJs using the fader to slide the music. So I did that transition where I started not eating any food or meats, which I took out from my eating habits. Okay, so right now, I'm not saying that I'm a vegetarian, I am not saying I'm a vegan. But for the benefit of my health and my mobility and the way how I feel, to free myself from pain, I decide to cut out on the meats. I love fish. Maybe later on, later down, I know the fish is worse than all the meats there is. I will eat fish maybe once in a while, but it won't be a habit. I don't eat dairy right now. I don't intend to eat dairy again. So all this thing I took out from my eating habits. No dairy, no meats, no starchy foods. You know um, no dairy. I said no dairy, right? No dairy, no meats, no starch, you know, and you know, and oils and fats and all those things. So right now, I eat, mainly fruits, no vegetables yet. So after this month finish, after January 31st ends and February 1st begins, then I'm gonna incorporate salads, leafy greens into my journey with the fruits. So far, when I started, I was weighing two, 200 and 200 and call it 229 pounds. In a matter of 1 week, I lost exactly 10 pounds. I went down to 218 pounds. And then the next week, the second week of January, I went down to 214 pounds. So right now I'm on the third week of January 2022, and hopefully, I will lose maybe 5 pounds for the week. It's so far it's going good. But anyway, to let you know, my channel that I'm doing, I'm also, you know, I don't like to use the word handyman or jack of all trade. I'm a DIY person where I like doing stuff, do it yourself, around my house. I like my basement. I did my basements. Um, I did my backyard. I could even show you what my basement looks like. So I will take you down there. And I did my basement in 2013. Why? I was not feeling well, where the arthritis was paining me so bad. Most of the times, you notice I can't walk down the stairs properly right now. Most of the times, I will have to, when I work one day, I'll have to stay, from the project for another 2 days. So this is what my basement looks like. Okay, um, trying to get the video to turn over. uh, okay, so let's do this like that. All right, so this is what I did. Okay, I sorry about the mess that I have there. Okay, so I did my basement where I did a room for my one of my oldest daughter. Um, all right, this is the room I did for my daughter. Okay, that's all me. Nobody but me and my wife did that. My wife did the plastering of the sheetrock, and I did putting up the walls, the wood framing, the wiring. I do not like messing with electricity, so my friend did the wiring for me. So this is what the the little, one of the basement rooms look like. All right. So let's take you down here. Okay. So all this I did. The walls, the ceiling, everything I did. All right. Excuse the little, clutter. And this is the TV. I literally put the wiring for the TV through the wall. I did myself. And there I put some storage here. And the TV as well, I did that. Did all the wiring through the wall and everything. Even for my speakers, I have the wiring running from the to the wall through the ceiling all over there. So all in here, there in here is like the heater and the water tank for the heater. Um, so I use this as storage space as well, all in there. I don't want to take you in there because it's quite messy. All right, and as you can see, this is the work of my daughter. I start teaching her how to do painting. I used to be an artist. I used to enjoy doing paintings. Not right now. If I had keep on doing it with the gift that the creator gave me, I probably would have been a professional by now. But anyway, so she did that. This is one of the painting I did myself. I had a little class where I taught some folks to start doing some paintings, like doing paintings and having glass of wine and grapes and cheese. That's what we did. So even here we got more paintings. That's my daughter did this right here. And my wife did this. I taught her to do that. And that's my daughter again. And that's me that did this one here. And I have all these are my daughter did this. All right. So she did her little thing. That's all hers. And over here, I think this one might be mine's. Yep, that is one of my paintings. I think I'm not too sure. Okay, so that's enough for the basement part. All right. So actually, right here, as you can see, the other part for the wiring for the speaker comes right here. As I said, it went to the ceiling, and then the TV, all the wiring is, some of them is in the back. So let me take you back stairs and take you in the backyard. All right. So all this time I did this work, was not in good shape. Right now my mobility has improved a little bit, not 100% yet. I haven't taken any of my injections for months now, since Thanksgiving. So all this is the work that I did. All right. As you can see, I do a little gardening there as well. My wife and I do some gardening. All right. Sorry about my breathing. I'm just breathless. Where we do our thyme, our scallion. You can call it chive, and you can call it green onions, string onions, however they call it. Also scallion, chive, or green onions. All right. So all this work right here I did myself, right here, and these I built myself. All these I did myself. All these, that was done by me and my friend, my next door neighbor, June. Okay, we did that. And he's not a handyman like I am, so I had to teach him how to handle his tools, his drills. So all this was done by me, and all that over here was done by me. The The flower pots on the side of the fence is all me, all my ideas. All right. So the painting of the staircase was done by me. All right. Building of the gazebo and the barbecue gazebo was done by me. All right. So as I was saying, I am a DUI DIY. Sorry about the DUI. Used to drink before. um, I'm a do-it-yourself person. And the next thing I enjoy doing, I enjoy cooking. I'm not a chef, okay? I'm not a chef. I enjoy cooking. I love, doing all kind of West Indian cuisine. All right. I love to see my food with bright and vibrant colors, especially when you're cooking. I hate to see dull looking food. I enjoy making soups. I love my soups being, you know, bright in color and looking nourishing and appetizing. Even when I display my foods on the plate, I want it to look bright in color. So even how not only looking bright in color, but the displaying of the food on the plate as well. And now I'm gonna try to start do some vegan recipes like vegan chicken, vegan beef, vegan briskets, um, vegan fish. So I'm gonna use vegetables to do that, fruits to do that, vegan flour. Sometimes I might use regular, you know, all-purpose unbleached flour. I will also use that as well, and I'm also gonna make, you know, vegan bacon as well, and all this thing I'm gonna put together. So I'm gonna take you on my, you know, my journey. So you're gonna help me discover what that I can do. So if you do like my page, subscribe, share it to with your friend, tag it to a friend, help me. And what I would like to do, and I would like to take you guys on that journey as well with me building a mobile restaurant all by myself or with my wife and my daughters. Maybe if they are wrong, they probably will help me. So hopefully in the future, if my videos go viral and I get over 100,000 subscribers in my videos, we gonna do and you gonna help me build that mobile restaurant, one of my dreams. I want to have probably maybe a handful of them where I could have people working in them as well. I want to do a vegan mobile restaurant. I want to do a West Indian mobile restaurant. And I also want to do a hopefully I don't want to use the word junk food restaurant where you sell like you know chicken and chips and fish and chips, those hamburgers and stuff, that because not everybody, you cannot tell people what to put in their mouth. They have to come with to themselves and make that decision. Okay, so I want you guys to help me do this. All right. So if my subscription, reach, over 100,000 when I start my page, and it will not happen in the first day, and it will not happen in a year. It might not even happen in 2 or 3 years. But let's see. God probably, I know He's looking down on us, and I know, He will encourage you guys, to come across, my journey from where I was to where I am going. All right. So anyway, please, take care, protect yourself from, getting sick. Eat right, try your best to stay healthy. What goes in your mouth will be you. Okay? So, anyway, guys, please like and subscribe to my page and share. All right? Anyway, one love. Peace. Take care.